In today's video, I want to talk about awareness and getting rid of negative thoughts, negative emotions quickly. Welcome to another video. My name's Celia and I help people release their potential. Now really listen to this. Please listen to the end of this video. This is really freeing. This is really freeing. I had heard about not identifying with my thoughts and being separate from my thoughts and that my thoughts aren't me a couple of years ago. But I didn't realise that I could be free, completely detached from my thoughts. And I want to show you how you can do it because it is so freeing. The number of thoughts that I have now are so few. I really don't have that many thoughts coming into my mind because what happens is when you observe your thoughts, those thoughts kind of disappear. Our thoughts will make us happy or unhappy. So we need to separate ourselves from our thoughts. When we become the observer of our thoughts rather than identifying with our thoughts, then we won't be affected by whatever the thoughts tell us. So when a thought comes into your mind, imagine yourself as a separate person, just listening in to somebody else's conversation and just listen to it. Whatever thought comes to your mind, you don't judge it, you don't try and push it away, you don't try and fix it, just allow that thought to be. And I'll tell you now, your thoughts will be a lot less frequent. I used to be plagued by thoughts. So many thoughts coming in all the time. Every time I was trying to push these thoughts away. And remember, what we resist persists. And when you push against something, it pushes back. Never try and push your thoughts away because they will come back and they'll keep coming back. Those thoughts are not you anyway. It's just data that we've sort of filtered into our mind, and one person's thoughts are going to be different to another person's thoughts. Because thoughts and feelings are so interlinked, you'll find that you're not feeling too bad anymore. Do the same thing with feelings. Be aware of those feelings. Those feelings that we've identified with for so many years are not you. They're just energy, emotion, energy and motion. So when you start feeling something unpleasant, just allow that feeling to be there. Don't judge it. Don't try and fix it. Don't try and change it. Don't add to it. Make sure that you're not focusing in on that thought or that feeling, because remember, energy flows where our focus goes. We don't want the feeling to get bigger or the thought to get bigger, but just become aware of it. I thought it would take a lot of effort, and I thought, gosh, I've got to be aware of every single thought. Oh, this is going to be exhausting. It's not at all, because awareness, it's not like you're using your mind. You're just aware. So it's a bit like if you're driving and you've got somebody in the passenger seat chatting away to you. So you're listening to what they're saying, you're having a conversation with them, but you're still aware of where you're driving. So if a car suddenly pulled in front of you, you would be aware of that. You don't just listen to that person next to you and switch off. You're driving, you're conscious of where you're going. When we sort of stand back and we just look in when these thoughts come up, I think they become a bit shy, because I have to say I don't really have so many thoughts so much. Thoughts take you to the past or to the future. They're either memories or they're imagining stuff for the future, because when you're not in the past and not in the future, when you're not thinking stuff, you're actually living. You're a lot more present, and that is where happiness is. Don't let life go by thinking about tomorrow or thinking about the past and not enjoying the now, because now is life. What you're aware of, you're in control of. What you're unaware of is in control of you. And the great Socrates said, the unaware life is not worth living. We are a slave to what we're unaware of. You see, the mystics tell us eternal life is now. But the problem is our thoughts are taking us to yesterday. You see, when your mind is less occupied with all this craziness, you'll have room to actually start thinking about things that you need to think about clearly. The great Meister Eckhart said, God is not attained, or happiness is not attained, or love is not attained, or freedom is not attained by the process of addition to the soul, but by subtraction. We don't need to do anything to be free. We need to drop something and then we're free. A bit like not forgiving somebody. Somebody did something very hurtful in the past. They may not be aware that they hurt you. You don't let it go. You're attaching yourself to that thing. That's why forgiveness is so powerful, because when you let go of something, you're freeing yourself from that thing. So when thoughts come in, stop holding on to the thoughts as if they're you and identifying with them. Just be aware of them. Let them come and go. So don't just do it once or twice when a thought comes in. Practice living in awareness. It is effortless. I thought, oh gosh, how can I be aware all the time. That's exhausting. But the thing is, awareness is your true state. And sometimes thoughts might come in and you weren't conscious of it, and all these thoughts come in and you suddenly become aware. That's fine. Just keep coming back to being aware. And then you'll begin to live a life of being aware. You start to see the world as a more beautiful place because you're living in awareness rather than all these filtered thoughts. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.